Welcome back, guys. Stop Talk and Roll, episode 309. We break down some jiu-jitsu rounds. Today, we have Juliette here.
Hello.
For some white belt questions. We've done this before, and she asks questions that I don't think to talk about, and they're helpful. But in the roll today, we have myself in the black gi and Jonathan in the white gi. Again, guys, I have a bunch of rounds with me right now ready to go, so I apologize if you get sick of seeing me over and over again. Immediately just setting in some hooks. I'm laying on my side. I'm dead tired. Nice pass. Staying on my side, did not let him get into my back, and I'm going to then eventually look to turn back into him. But Jonathan gets me in an armbar, if I remember correctly. And it does not feel good because he starts ripping this thing. So right now, I'm just trying to get my breath, to be honest. I'm just like dead tired.
You're just laying there.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm not just laying there. So like, there are some things he is trying to like, he is trying to pull me this way, and it's very subtle. And like, I have so much force going this direction that I think he's just not really bothering. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm keeping my hip really close to the floor. Mm-hmm. Like the whole time, you'll notice I keep my hip like glued to the floor, like throughout this whole thing, because I don't want him to get to my back, right? So like here he tried to go to my back a little bit, and it's just not possible with my hip glued to the floor like that. So you can't get underneath to get any control. Then if he tries to bring this leg over, my leg's gonna just come immediately up into my armpit and get my guard back. He did a really good job at the beginning with that pass. Right, so here, I mean, this is not that it's super hard to pass from here, but like these hooks can be annoying. And he picks them, clears them, that's good. But back up to here, starting to fish for my arm, trying to get me into a Kimura. I'm turning down into him. So now I'm trying to turn into him so I can get my elbow to the floor and eliminate that Kimura and armbar threat. You can ask questions.
Oh, I was just thinking, like, should you be trying to focus on like an arm or like something like that, or just like pull your whole body over? Like, I would think to try to move your body if I could. Why can't you like pull your body over so that it opens it up more? Like you're going down towards the ground.
So you're saying, why can't he just pull me this way?
Yeah, like I would think like, all right, you're being annoying. You're not letting me have what you want. So let me move your leg and open up
because I'm turning my body in this direction. You can't just pull me over easily. Like he's gonna have to do something else. I'm not letting him pull me back this way. I'm trying to turn this way. And the thing he needs to be careful about is like eventually I'm gonna want to whip this direction really hard to get. It's kind of hard to see right now, but his chest is behind my elbow. I want to get that elbow to the floor to get it out of danger, and then I can bring my legs into play to start getting my guard back. So like I'm starting to turn into him now. So like it's not something you necessarily want to do. Now here, he does, right? So I'm trying to defend the back right now. He gets my arm. He fully extends my arm. He is trying to break my arm. So I am...
Looks good.
For him?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is he needs my thumb up, right? He needs it here facing up. So I'm just rotating my arm hard down in this direction to get my thumb facing down, so he can't break my arm. So then essentially the bend in my arm is this way, as you can see right here, so we can't really apply it. And then I'm also getting this off my head and looking to keep that pressure off of me so I can escape, and so he can't break the arm. There's a time and a place to do that. I don't think that was the time. I was able to grab the pant, and that was a very sketchy armbar that I escaped. So Jonathan comes back. He's got me in a full-blown armbar right here, but as you can see right here in this little frame, my thumb is down. So you have to have the thumb up. So he can come over and rip my hand and pull it up, like force it to face up. So he would go, so if my hand's like that, he would come over, grab my thumb, and I can't do it to myself. Actually, you're here. Give me your hand. So I would look to come over, grab the thumb, and turn it upright. That was off camera. Grab the thumb, right? So Jonathan right now, he'd come over, grab the thumb, and turn it upright. And then you can apply the arm bar. So that's one thing. And then so I'm just focusing on turning over, and then immediately again I get a hold of this leg. So this takes away his ability to trap my head down and generate good breaking power. So as he goes to hip up, I can also drive his leg up, so he can't really generate power. Now he crosses his legs here. There's a time and a place to cross the legs, and this is not that time. You can cross the legs underneath somebody's tricep to keep them locked in, but when you cross your legs, so this is the reason why they say like don't cross your legs in an arm bar. It's like you can see it back here with these guys. Not that they're in an arm bar, but an arm bar from the guard, you don't cross your legs. The reason being is if you think of it kind of like in the context of lifting, when you cross your legs, what you're doing is you're essentially making like a straight bar, an even bar for someone to lift you. You're making everything rigid, and it's very easy to move, right? So what you want to do is you want to keep your legs separated. It's kind of like that Bruce Lee quote, right? Be like water. What's happening there is essentially one leg is pressing down here and one leg's pressing down here, and it's like you're trying to lift a lopsided bar, which is going to be impossible to do, or very difficult to do, I should say. So the second you connect everything, it's going to make everything rigid, so it's easy to move. That's why this is not good here, because you connected everything, and look at the difference. Like here, this is a problem, right? Like it's something you're going to have to deal with, but I'm still like, this is not good for me. But the second you cross your legs, now I'm able to actually make some progress. So I get my hand completely underneath now, right? And that's going to stop me, or stop you from being able to keep that arm bar. And I look to come up. I bracket your leg, I kick you away, grab the horse collar. I'm going to come in, I'm sure my knee's going to pop in a second, or no, I'm just going to pin it down and get around to your back now. Any questions?
Not yet.
All right, so I'm looking to come around the top, do the same thing that Jonathan just did to me.
Why is this leg in the air? Like a balance thing?
No. Why is this leg in the air? Well, if I try to spin around to mount, so I'm tracking this way right now, but I mean, there's nothing stopping me from just tracking completely around the other direction to get to mount. If his leg's already up in the air, it's a much smaller distance for his knee to travel right to like my hip or his armpit, whatever it is, then that would stop me from being able to take mount. And honestly, if his leg were down, like if it was down, I probably would just hop over to mount. So this is a deterrent in a way from taking a mount on top. Coming over, looking for a north-south choke. There's a lot of just downward pressure right now. Looking to come around to the other side. From here, I'm looking to get head control and then drive him down to side control. So right now I'm just driving my shoulder into the side of his head. Once I get this, yeah, it's side control time. So I was talking to Dave today at JiuJitsu, shout out Dave, and this is what I'm talking about. You can play side control when you're controlling somebody's head, but until you control somebody's head, you want to be looking to play north-south, right? Like I don't have control of his head right now, so when I'm on top, I'm looking to play from a north-south position. The second I come around, I get inside. I don't commit to trying to get to full side control because I need to get head control. Now, the second I get head control, boom, drive him right over. Has chest heavy on his arm there, not letting him get that back. Just a general big squeeze. Looks like mount is incoming just by the angle of my hips. Yep, driving across. So again, that knee's up to kind of stop me from getting mount. Looks like the round's gonna end in a second. Yeah, there we go. Quick round today, nothing too crazy. You didn't ask many questions.
I was trying to take it all in.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, what's north-south? Is that just
North-south.
like turning around? Like I
got
didn't know if the title said everything I needed to know, but
this isn't. I don't have it like set up really nicely. I use north-south all the time, but essentially you have different kinds of top pins. So you have side control and mount, right?
you're on your side.
Side control.
Yeah.
Okay, and then mount.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's other pins too. So you have there's variations of side control and everything, and there's like kesikatami or no, kesikatami. Am I making things up? Scarf hold. There's yeah, right.
All sounds right to me.
It's just a variation of a pin, but essentially it's where like our bodies are parallel. It's like one big straight line, and my chest is essentially over his face. My legs are out. This is kind of what it is. My legs are out here, his legs are out here, and then we're like chest to chest, just facing opposite directions.
And what's stopping him from getting up and turning or something like that, or turning on you, or swinging around?
The bottom guy?
Yeah. Are you like putting weight on there or something?
Yeah. I'm driving a lot of pressure into like their hips. But this is not exactly it. I don't really solidify a good north south. Let me see, because I get behind. I elect to go behind his head. Like at one point, I think I start wrapping up a north south choke. Yeah, right here. So like this is more proper like north south right now. But Jonathan is really like driving and keeping his body facing on the side, which is.
And does that counter it?
Doesn't counter it, but it just makes it difficult for me to get into north south completely. Which is why I elect to eventually over here turn the corner, get control of his head, and drive him over into just classic side control. Because he's doing a great job of keeping this elbow, his top elbow here, his left elbow, stuck. So I can't get under there for that Kimura. Because Jonathan and I trained together back in the day in Stanford. And actually, I'm pretty sure you trained in Stanford. Definitely Norwalk. And he knows what I'm trying to do. And like he was trying to do the same thing to me earlier. So like we both have kind of a similar game in that sense. So he's doing a great job of keeping that over, so that's why I elect to get the side control and then completely smash that arm down now. So that arm's stuck with a lot of weight on it. So you have north south, and then you also have knee on belly. Do you know knee on belly?
Is that the one where your knee is on your belly?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So those are like the four main pin positions: is side control, mount, north south, and knee on belly. So you kind of just surf between those four pins to stay on top of somebody. I think I've had some 100% I've had some videos, I think with Dave too, where I kind of show how it's a giant circle, and you can kind of just like go between the positions, which is why back here you're asking, what was the purpose of keeping this leg up? This kind of, essentially what's happening here is this is going to encourage me to go this direction. If he has this leg down, then I'm going to go across the hip. All right, and it doesn't stop me completely. I can still elect to go to mount, but I like to just kind of avoid the, kind of fights where they just bang heads. And I like to, move around and try different things. So, do you have any other questions?
I think that's it for now.
That's it for now?
That's it for now.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the channel. I hope you enjoyed the show. I know a bunch of new people just showed up based off of my last undeniable video. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. This is like the main content that I want to do, which are these jiu-jitsu breakdown videos, stop, talk, and roll. So if you want to be on the show, please check out the description below. I'd love to have you on here. I want to learn from you. I want to see what you're doing. I also want to support you and break down your jiu-jitsu games, give you some advice or some techniques you can try, kind of like what I see as you're working, gi or no gi, I don't care. And yeah, that's about it. You want to say anything?
I'm here to ask questions and learn.
Okay, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Ciao.
Ciao.